All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's weekly Everyman crossword. Usually fairly straightforward solve. Let's hope that's the case today. All right, tree resins in health facilities sent back. Well, tree resins must be saps, which is spas backwards. Miss embraced by oiled nudist hunk. Well, the miss embraced sounds like wordplay, so I'm thinking hunk might be the definition, which could be a hunk of cheese or something like that. Um, but what is oiled? No, don't see that. Race car, for example, or kayak. Ooh, yeah, I don't. Oh, race car. Oh, of course, they're both palindromes. Yeah, there we go. I knew there was something funny about race car. Job available in Gap. Oh, I think a job might be an opening, which would be a gap. Creep showing how to describe what's average in 2 words. I think it might be a hyphenated phrase to creep, but I can't think what that would be. Egg on this santé. That's clever. The French toast you would give. So French toast, you might have egg on that. Notion, almost perfect. Well, perfect would be ideal, and almost that word would be an idea. Here's our weekly principally or primarily clue where we take the first letters of the other words and they describe the answer. So scandalous author, disturbing eroticist would be the Marquis de Sade. All right. Common insects, audience hurries away. I'm thinking hurries away might be flies. I want it to be horse flies. Those are very common insects, but how is audience the same as... no, it's not horse flies. It's house flies, even more common. And the audience at a theater can be described as the house. Uh, could it be so-and-so? Would you, maybe a creep as a despicable person would be a so-and-so? Showing how to describe what's average. Yeah, I don't quite get it. All right, what's in jug, lychee, fruit? I know there's another fruit called ugly. Yeah, so it's inside of jug, lychee. All right, messed around with ease. I might be on a roll. Okay, I'm wondering if it's something that might be on a bread roll. And is it an anagram of messed plus ease? Yeah, or could it even be around and ease being anagrammed together? Let me pause and ponder that. Yes, you might have a sesame seed or a sesame seed, as my father used to humorously say. Bureaucrat to avoid waterfowl. So to avoid, I think, will be to duck. And it's going to be some kind of waterfowl. Oh, yes, a bureaucrat can be a mandarin. And there is a duck, a mandarin truck. All right, pine marten perhaps leading in distance raced. Yes, so I think the distance comes from horse racing, the furlong. And pine marten perhaps might be an example of a fur. I'm just not getting the leading being long. Yeah, there's a lot of other words they use to clue long. Yearn, pine. Oh, maybe pine is doing double duty. Yeah, I don't fully understand that one. If I get it by the time I publish this crossword, I will put it in the comments. I do, for the weekly Everyman and Cryptic, wait until the following week before I publish them to avoid any accidental spoilers. Our hunk, I'm thinking, must be a stud muffin. Now, how's the wordplay? Miss embraced by oiled nudist. Yeah, so oiled can mean drunk, and drunk can be used to mean an anagram. So we anagram nudist, and that goes around muff, as in to muff a shot is to miss your shot. All right. Yeah, that is looking like so and that could be so and something else, but must be so and so. And I suppose even though it's three constituent parts, we're repeating one, so it's only two words. Is that it? I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Let's see what 16 across would be. Ignoring some affront, he got busy. He got busy. Oh, we're missing one of the hyphens in the grid. On the go, I think, might be busy. Ignoring some. Yes, it's a hidden clue. So ignoring some of the letters from affront he got, you have on the go. Everyman, initially, nags. Deputies, they fill the cells. All right, well, everyman referring to himself as I. I think initially nags is N. And deputies, I think maybe from a naval sense, might be mates, first mate, etc. And inmates would fill prison cells. Characters seen in Britain's Got Talent and The Winter's Tale. Well, this is like our race car and palindrome, where you simply have to say what you see or just look carefully. These two things have been chosen because they have apostrophes, and so literally these are characters seen in those titles. Rising, gyration. Well, I'm thinking an uprising might be a revolution, and one gyration would also be a revolution. Corroborate order for Paddington to go. Yeah, so I think if you corroborate something, you bear it out, and bear out might sound like you're ordering Paddington to go. Writhing, hurt, rocks or reels at first, filled with dread. I'm thinking filled with dread might be the definition since it's hyphenated. I'm thinking that might be an O. Filled with dread. I don't see it. And then what's the writhing? Could be an anagram indicator. Hurt. Oh, maybe hurt rocks are. I think that's 11 letters. And then reels at first gives us another R. So let's try that. Hurt rocks are, and then another R. Oh, a lot of R's. And, horror struck. Yeah, filled with dread. There we go. My instinct was right. All right, alternative adopted by disruptive shakeout somewhere on the yellow sea. I think we're going to anagram shakeout, and that is just 8 letters. We need 2 more, and I think the alternative that is going to be adopted is, oh no, maybe not there actually. I was going to say north, but I think because of the letters in shakeout plus OR, it is South Korea. And so the alternative is down in Korea, the OR. All right, attacking footballer, one with brilliant match. So an attacking footballer is called a striker, and maybe it's someone with a match who has struck it, so now that it's a brilliant match. Read aloud, howl, poem, will it scan? Okay, so it's a homophone of a word for howl, which might be bark, but we're going to spell it with a C. Poem can be an ode, and that gives us a barcode, which might scan. All right, piece of info, ASAP. Is it a hidden clue? No, I don't think it's FOAS or OASA. All right, how about look furtively in both directions? Oh, maybe we have another palindrome. What's look furtively? Yeah, peer. There's another word that's not coming to me. All right, how about, a spoonerism. According to Spooner, not one youngster or the other is to wed. So I think the definition is to wed, tie the knot, but the Reverend Spooner would say, nigh the tot. I don't quite get if I'm getting this right. I mean, is it another phrase, not something else than not? Nigh. Does that mean not one or the other? I'm only thinking of NIGH as in the end is nigh, but I think there might be an older NIE. Let me pause and look that up. Of course, it's not nigh. It's this intrusive R again, my nemesis. We meet again. So supposedly, if you spoonerize tie the knot, it will sound like neither tot. Okay, if you say so. All right, in den with stomach churning, peddler of falsehoods. So you start with the word lair for a den, as in a den of thieves, a lair, but you churn or mix around the inner letters and you get a liar, a peddler of falsehoods. All right, records are records rugby highlights in woven illustrations. Oh, yes. So records might be tapes, and a highlight of a rugby game would be the tries, and that gives us tapestries. Empire invaded by Spanish. Finding home by Central America. All right, if you're home, you are in, and Central America can be CA. So that gives us the Inca Empire invaded by the Spanish. So a stat, of course, is it's a double definition piece of information, a statistic. And stat can also mean, I always think of it in the medical sense, but maybe other ways as well. All right, I think if you peep, you're looking furtively. And it is a palindrome. All right, my goodness, that was one of the quickest everymans ever, but I'm very happy with that. We don't have a check all button. It's possible, I'm very possible I made a mistake somewhere along the lines, but I think I will leave it at that. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a great day.